school, you still can't go higher than 55, so it has to be
Yeah.
but
0
in
to
college
55.
and pro, you are any number 0 through 99 is eligible now.
Yep.
So just the NCAA just changed the rule to match the pro game, because I remember I was always wondering about that because Dennis Rodman, of course, wore 91 when he was with the Bulls.
Right. And you got didn't Drudas Ilgauskas wear some number in the 60s when he was playing for Cleveland? Or something like that. The center.
Maybe, yeah. And then
there's been a few of them.
Oh crap, the guy from Denver. Nikola Jokic, I think he's 77, or he's 11. Or is it Doncic? Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic wears 77.
77. Yeah. That's who I was thinking of. I'm getting my European basketball stars.
Eastern European.
Getting my Eastern European basketball stars crossed up.
Plus, 6'10" plus Eastern European.
Yeah.
Just
those pesky Eastern Europeans.
Big bricks. Yeah.
Always gotta throw me off.
Huge guy.
Yeah, Doncic wears 77. That's what I was thinking.
I got the chance to go to.
I don't watch enough NBA.
I got the chance to go to a couple of the playoff games last year. That was pretty nuts.
Yeah, and the WNBA, I've seen that too, but not as often.
Yeah.
I saw I forget her name, some player from Brazil wore 88.
Yeah.
And I was having some fun with the he was the Pacers and FIFA announcer at the time. I don't think he's still there. Because they were trying to think of famous 88s. And I think Eric Lindros came up from hockey, and I grew up as a big NASCAR fan, so I made a remark. It's like, well, Dale Jarrett wore that number the year he won a cup title, and then Earnhard Jr.
98, or 88,
took 88 when he moved from DEI to Hendrick.
Yep.
Because at the time, DEI still owned the right, still owned the number 8.
Right.
So he had to switch it to 88. So, and then there was she didn't last that long, but Samantha Perhalis, she's coaching now, but she spent a season and a half in the WNBA, and she wore 9. So I have seen.
In the pros you can, I know.
Yeah, and now you can in college.
Yep.
What's?
But that's the same. So, back to the ref communication piece. They'll only use one-syllable words for colors when they're talking to you. So
they do the same in basketball.
Yeah, that's what it is. Basketball or hockey, either or. I've done a lot of basketball too, but
even for a team that wears purple or orange,
yeah, it's blue.
I know. I'm like, but it's purple.
Yeah, blue or yellow, right? Yellow is gold, or
they'll say gold.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I always find amusing, is teams that they call it gold even though it looks more like yellow.
Yep. One syllable.
It's yellow.
That's literally what it is. I know.
It's
so bizarre, but
and you don't see this often, but I'm like, I'd love to. Just once. Well, if it's like a cancer awareness game, you'll see. Turquoise. Lavender.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. That's funny.
Cyan ball.
Exactly. Cinnamon.
Oh, we're really getting deep into the.
Oh Jesus, we're bored.
Well, there's not much for us to do. There's no real warm up. There's the 5 minutes.
No prepping. Yeah, nothing.
I'm thinking these 2 games. Well, this first one, I think Philly will take care of Pacific, and that next one.
Good morning.
Yeah. But so if I'm doing the first one, you've got Naha Mount. I'm like, okay, Naha is probably gonna win it.
Yeah.
If that might be a mercy rule game.
Oh, is there a mercy rule?
Oh yes, there is. Oh yeah, you
7?
weren't here. 6 by the 3rd period.
Okay. Yep.
It's
either usually 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's 6.
That's something.
Jason explained it to me because he said, "Yeah, this first game is going to probably go mercy rule."
That's something that I've been forced to be aware of, being on this side or down there. Yeah,
and it's more common in high school and college.
Right.
They don't have a mercy rule, which
I know.
Of course, so whenever there's a college pro game and it turns into a runaway, all of us guys who've covered preps will joke about, well, it's mercy rule time. Yeah. Oh wait, there isn't one. You gotta sit through.
Yeah, but what's crazy is high school has longer overtime.
They do. They do. It's 8 minutes, although they have
They do
shorter
8.
periods.
8 minutes.
Yep, they have shorter periods, so
Yeah,
it kind of works
offsets.
a little bit. Well, yeah, and, well, technically, it's still 6 less minutes of game time
Right.
than a hot. Because it's 20 minutes and then 5, and then here because it's a regular season
17
event,
and 8.
17 and 8, and then once you get to postseason, then they flip between. So they'll start with an 8 minute, then do a 17-minute, then an 8 minute.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
Jeff was telling me, I think it was last season, that he had a section championship game, I think for Anoka and somebody, and it went 6 overtimes.
That's postseason hockey. That's what people love it. I think I might get. I'm one of those folks that I think I would get annoyed if we went to 5 or 6 overtimes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But no, the thing I learned about hockey is that everyone hates a shootout. No,
Nobody wants to end a game that way because it doesn't tell you anything about who's the better team.
Right, but
I mean, it does, but it doesn't.
Well, in the NHL, I mean, it makes sense to do it in the regular season,
right?
Because no one wants to sit through it. Well, no one wants to see a tie, and yeah, it would just be absurd to have them play it out until in a regular season game. So I don't mind the shootout rule in regular season because you don't. Otherwise, you're going to exhaust everybody if you play unlimited overtimes.
Yeah, and more people get hurt, all kinds of stuff.
You're right. You increase the risk of injury. I'm fine. I'm fine with the format the way it is. If postseason, I get it. You want to see who the best team is.
Yeah.
There was a girls' hockey state semifinal that went 6 overtimes years ago, and
my sister played in a state final a few years back.
What team did she play for?
Centennial.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're
really
good.
They were pretty good.
They're really good this year.
They were 14-0 the last time I looked.
Yeah, well, they do a co-op with Spring Lake Park, but
now they do. Yeah.
No, they
that
might.
Was basically so Spring Lake Park could have a team.
Centennial
right. Could field their own girls team, really. But
and you get more of the co-ops, especially in girls hockey.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's a more expensive sport.
I did a girls game for them last year, actually. Centennial Spring Lake Park, over at Fogarty there.
Okay, I'll be doing. I'm doing the season finale at Stillwater next week.
Oh, yep.
They host Maple Grove. Stillwater's
guys are pretty good, yeah.
The boys team's doing well. The girls are having a down year because their top prospect, Josie St. Martin, is now in college. So, but like this, I still get paid the same. That's what I always tell myself. I get paid the same. And that's good. I've just noticed the microphones. They've got microphones that hang over the rink.
Oh yeah.
To pick up on the sounds.
It's almost like they actually thought about the acoustics when they designed a building of this size.
Well, and I think a college or these arenas too. They have some amenities that trucks could patch into. I did a hockey game a few years back.
Yeah, it's for TV crew.
Yep, and it was at the Roseville Ice Garden. And Town Square was a section game, but they were able to patch into the overhead cameras that they have installed in the facility, and so you could get an overhead view.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Of a play. So.
I did an outdoor game for Bethel this year and last year, I guess. But yeah, the last 2 years we've done an outdoor game with St. Ola at the Rock in St. Louis Park, which is like indoor-outdoor because there's like a roof with like the wooden trusses on the top or whatever.
You're right, but it's not fully enclosed.
Right.
So,
right.
No,
so
I've
it was
seen
snowing on us and all that. It was crazy. I think this year it's 4 degrees outside. I was ready to go home. Yo, wake us up. Let's go. What are we doing?
Well,
no, like her. I'm talking about the music. Like, why this right now?
Oh, there's some interesting music.
Yeah, you played Crank That by Soulja Boy yesterday. I was cracking up. I was like, it is 2007.
It took a while for Suzanne to pick up on it because of the acoustics. Oh no, they play hockey. Plays some interesting tunes.
I'm just trying to figure out how far you got to go with this to get all the way to the deep corner.
Yeah, you have to work the tripod. That's what I mean. Because I had to work. Sometimes I would lift the tripod up just to get everything.
I think I got it.
Oh yeah,
I think I had it. Yeah.
No, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to do too much. I've noticed if you go zoom in anything beyond 2 times magnification, that's when you start to lose clarity.
Yeah.
When I was messing with it yesterday. So.
And the lenses have gotten a lot better on the iPad too.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Technology is improving. I mean, thankfully we don't have to. You could probably use like a phone that I've got.
Yeah. Mine too is decent enough.
But, yeah, like on mine, I guess this takes me back.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, this one, I'm like, oh, when I played this, I'm like, oh, Modest Mouse. They came and went.
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably... 689-741-5066. Yeah, I don't expect these 2 games to be close, but we'll see. This is why we play sports.
Right. Life is like a box of
Chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
That's why watching some of that junior hockey is just...
All right, Ashley says we are all live and ready to rock. I'll probably come on when we get closer.
I wouldn't worry about talking to the warm-up.
No, because there's not... well, I could probably pull up.
Try and see who's taking the shots down there, though, because I don't know which one of them is going to get the start.
Oh, the goalies. Well, Philly, it looks like it's going to be Lauren Hernett, the Penn State commit, 35.
She played last night or yesterday.
Right.
So I don't know.
Well, it'll either be her or Kayla Zukowski. And Pacific, they've got McLeod.
Won it.
Start the clock.
Boy,
Start the clock. Start the clock.
Right.
No, I like that should be our chat.
I got a little ornery right now. Yeah.
No. Okay. Oh, I would have thought if I'd known, if I didn't have a ton of games, I probably would have thought you and I should have brought like a sign and put start the clock.
Megaphone.
I guess. Well, I suppose you could bring that in. They're not checking anyone. There we go. Yay! No. Bring a sign. No, we should have brought a sign and hung. Just hang it. Yeah, we could have hung it from the wall here. No, that's the ribbon board's in front of us.
I think we're supposed to be neutral sitting in the press box. But
well, we are being neutral. We're not cheering for a team. No, I'd say you come in with a sign that says "Start the clock."
Yeah.
Start the clock.
Drop the puck.
Drop the puck.
That's my least favorite part of my job is college hockey. The refs will do the, I'm going to drop it, and then they won't, and they'll pull off. trying to get somebody to bite, so then you end up fat fingering the sauce.
Yeah, it's like,
But yeah, if I had to give you a scouting report, it would be Ava Thomas from BC.
yeah, she had a goal in yesterday's game. I'm just going to write that down so I
Breakaway
remember.
goal.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, it came in stat padding time basically, and then Stanstead gets one 19 seconds later.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But no, actually, Ava had a goal and an assist.
Yep, and an assist. Correct. 2-point game yesterday. That's the most annoying part about doing junior hockey. When you're down on the ice level, you got to collect plus minus, and the minuses are all trying to run away.
The minuses are all running over.
Trying to run away and get off the ice.
Oh.
Because they don't want their minus, right?
And I'm like, plus minus, so I've had more than my share of discussions on it.
I think it's a valuable stat, honestly.
Oh yeah, but there are some that like, oh, plus minus is overrated.
No, it just sounds like you're not good enough.
Okay. And then Pacific scored 3 goals yesterday. Oh, they've got. They have a head-to-head.
If you hate it, ready?
Oh yeah.
So if you mute it, it's gonna turn red on this little one.
Yeah, but I think that's what happened just yesterday, because I think Jason may have inadvertently muted his mic. Yep, there it is.
So just that thought.
So I got a text from Ashley saying, "Oh, we can't hear."
Oh yeah.
And that was because it was on mute. So they're like, "Yeah, I was talking." And Jason and I do this too. When you goof up, you just play it up and laugh. So Jason's like, "Well, I was talking to absolutely no one." And,
right.
Well, when I made a goof, it's like, "Well, I have to just refer to myself," or I'll say something like that, or
right.
Okay, Ava Thomas, 27 goals, rookie league 2. She's got 40 points. Yeah, we might get a couple of early ones today. But then again, maybe we won't. So.
You said you saw this other team yesterday, right?
Yeah, Pacific. They beat Mount. Pacific and Mount were last in the standings, and Pacific ended up winning 3-1.
Okay, so Philly should get a win.
They should, but what did Bob say? What is Bob Costa said once? What is likely isn't always a guarantee, or something like that.
Yeah.
What is likely to happen doesn't always happen.
Right.
So, yeah, I'll come on when that clock gets zero, because that's right, because they take a little bit of time, maybe a little after 0.
Yeah,
they take a little time they need some time to get the puck. But you're right, because it takes another minute to get all the pucks and to get everything set. Okay, and I don't know if this is right or not, but according to this, Pacific, their top offensive player, has 3 points. Eva has 40.
Yeah.
Eva's going to Boston College. Well, and if they're named, sometimes what I'll do, like for goal scorers, I'll look up their names. I'll punch it up on Google to see if I can find any stories on them. Right. And I did that yesterday for the Pacific Mount game that I did. Pacific got a couple of goals, and one of them plays field hockey too. So.
Oh wow!
So I have to know about my attitude is, what can I do? And since I've got my phone, I can look it up. Like, what can I do to make it to add as much detail as I can?
Right. All right. Well. Here we go. Now it's when I shut up.
Well, you don't have to. It'll be like
I'll just be talking to myself like you with the mic muted.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, it could be like what those radio shows. The producer chimes in. You have your talent, but
A B mic.
A B mic, yeah. You're like a producer that taught. It's like, man.
Who's the guy that does Wait, Don't Tell Me?
Oh, I don't know his name,
The
but I know the
NPR
show.
News Quiz.
Yeah,
Peter
I know.
Sagal.
Yeah, I know, but there's like always like a.
There's like the narrator guy that talks.
Yep. All right. I love the smell of ice in the morning, and we love the smell and the scent and the sights and all of it for JWHL hockey. I'm Mike Peden. Here I am all by myself talking to myself. That's Chaos Theory. It's day 2 of our Junior Women's Hockey League weekend event in Minneapolis. Myself and Connor will be here for the first pair of games this morning, so you'll hear my voice, then you'll hear Connor's voice. And then you'll hear more voices in your head, but don't worry, that's all by design. Today, our weekend schedule continues with the Philadelphia Junior Flyers and the Pacific Steelers. Pacific, of course, located in Vancouver. They beat Mount Academy 3-1 yesterday. Philadelphia lost 6-2 to Stansted yesterday, but keep an eye on Ava Thomas. She had 2 points yesterday, a goal and an assist. She has 40 points on the season, going to Boston College. I would expect to call her name a lot today. And there are goalies for today's match. Lauren Hernick, the Penn State commit for Philadelphia. And for Pacific, it's going to be Julianne Hendricks. They've got number 35 as we are underway. And if you did not join us yesterday, a reminder, we play 20-minute periods. There is a mercy rule. This is club hockey, so we get a quick offensive strike from Philadelphia. The one-timer, gloved by Hendricks with a save, but a great setup. Jane Gamberg, the SUNY Potsdam commit, 28 seconds into the game, giving us our first goal-scoring opportunity. Face-off. Picked up by Pacific. Philadelphia third in the standings. The loss to Stansted doesn't hurt them in position, but Stansted has one less game on their schedule. Naha remains at the top of the pack. You'll see them in our next game when they take on Mount. Pacific 7th in the 19U standings, getting a win yesterday over Mount. They are now even with Rosse in terms of points. As we get a shot that goes around the boards, we'll get you up to speed on names and numbers as we make our way through. Puck going around the boards. They tried the centering pass, but Pacific is there to intercept. And they'll just dump it for a line change, but they did not get across the center line, so we're going to go back to the Pacific zone for the faceoff. .18:33 left in the first period. I called a basketball game last night. I'm still in basketball brain mode. Can you tell I'm a rookie? No. I've called my share of hockey, and I'm glad to be sharing my voice with you all weekend long here at 3M Arena at Mariucci. And I'll be at Ritter Arena tomorrow. Of course, this will be the second and final day for the Shattuck St. Mary's guest teams. They're playing in this weekend event, but those games do not count in the standings. Tomorrow we'll have all 8 teams finish up their regular season weekend at Ritter Arena and 3M Arena at Mariucci. Pacific with a couple of dumps. And now the Flyers do the same. Pacific brings it down ice. They try the wrap around the boards. Junior Flyers with the takeaway. Taylor Schooley, the Delaware commit, the future Blue Hen. A lot of college commits on the Philadelphia roster. Ava Thomas was one. And yesterday, Connor noted this when they played Stansted. That put Ava Thomas against her future Eagles teammate. Pacific trying to sneak in for the takeaway, just underway in the first period. But we're going to head back to neutral ice for the faceoff. 16:55 left in the first period. And we'll get some fresh legs in there. A lot of line changes already, not uncommon in the sport of hockey. Flyers win the faceoff. Hendricks opts to freeze it with a couple of Philadelphia players nearby. Didn't want to chance it. Again, Pacific picking up their second win of the season. A 3-1 victory over Mount Academy yesterday, and Hendricks will freeze it again. In that game, Pacific jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Goals from Sohee, Lee, and Jessica Bride. Bride ended the day with 2 points, a goal and an assist. And Thomas also had 2 points, an assist, and a breakaway goal late in the third. And that is why you'll see players scrape, scratch, claw, gut it out even in runaway games. These are all club players. Here comes Philadelphia. Odd woman chance. Shot save Hendricks. There's Ava Thomas. That is the last player you want to give an open ice to. We'll have a face-off in the Pacific Zone. In our 8 a.m. Saturday morning hockey contest, we'll be with you all day long at Mariucci Arena, or 3M at Mariucci is the official name now. I went to the U of M, and for a long time it was known simply as Mariucci. But you know what they say about old habits. Here come the Flyers. Another odd woman chance. Pass slightly offline. They were looking for taken flood. Philadelphia will have to try again. Annie Sheriff with the tap. Puck goes around. Schooley has it along the left side, centering pass. That also gets away. They were looking for Sophie Grant. Flyers trying to get their passing down. If they do, I think they're going to be in position to net a few scoring opportunities. They have displayed an impressive attack so far. Pacific hasn't been able to lace one toward the net yet, but we're only 5 minutes into the first period. Still a long way to go. Philadelphia getting more of that forecheck, more of that offensive zone pressure. And we'll have another face-off in the Pacific Zone. Shelby Shane, the Penn State commit, making the play there. She and Lauren Hernick, both future Nittany Lions, who I believe still playing the WCHA. I don't think there's a Big Ten Women's Hockey Conference like they do for the men. Pacific weaving through. This is Rookie Lee. Scored a goal yesterday. Philadelphia breaks it up. Johnston from deep. Shot intercepted by Shane. And now she wraps around. Tries to bounce it along the board. Number 15, Rookie Lee of Pacific, was there for the breakup. Philadelphia trying to regather. Pacific almost got the centering pass in. That one gets away. Pacific now has to reset. Off-speed wrister from Belosescu. Philadelphia able to get the dump. They'll change it up, get some fresh legs in there. Now Pacific trying to catch them. Shot gloved. by Hernix. We'll have a face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Balosescu. Balosescu lacing one. So Pacific with their first shot on goal. They get the face-off and try to tap it in. That was number 91. Rosalie Forrester trying to break it up. Here comes Thomas. She skates past her defender. We'll have an open lane. Save. Julianne Hendricks making a big play. Ava Thomas. Oh, that has to make opposing goalies squirm when she gets a breakaway chance like that. But Hendricks stepping up early in the first. 13:23 left. Still scoreless here at 3M Arena at Mariucci. Sophie Rousseau, the Quinnipiac commit, regathers as Philadelphia looks to push the puck forward. There's Thomas. She's going to be the one to watch. 40 points entering today. Weaving through. What a deke! Hendricks with the pad save, but Thomas with some impressive stick handling. Even Connor's impressed, and you should know how hard it is to impress him. He is not pleased easily. No, he's been around the game for a while. Well, if Ava Thomas keeps this up, I don't think it will be long before she finds her way on the scoreboard. 12:59 left in the first, and Thomas already. Dhaliwal called for tripping in that sequence, so Philadelphia is going to get the power play. I was so caught up by that deke from Thomas, the pass to herself, that I didn't see the penalty, but that's why we have Connor. So first power play of the day, and Philadelphia receives it. Pacific was able to kill off all of their penalties yesterday, but that was against Mount, the team that's last in the standings. Philadelphia's got someone like Thomas who takes a shot. It's deflected into the netting. We'll have a face-off in the Pacific zone. You would expect Ava Thomas to be a dancing queen of sorts on the power play line, and with that, I'll show myself out. 1:33 left in the power play. Another face-off win for the Flyers. I should say Junior Flyers. Thomas, cross-ice pass, shot, save, Hendricks. The rebound, still up for grabs. Philadelphia trying to make a play. And we still have a scrum. A player lost her glove. That was number 13, Samantha Wu. She just kicks it, tries to get it back in place. Now she's without a stick. Thomas, shot, save, Hendricks. Rebound. Pacific, they can't clear it though. Wu still playing without a stick. They set up for Thomas again. Another save, Hendricks. Thomas with several shots at the net. Hendricks rebuffing everyone, and this will give a chance for Wu to pick up her stick. I guess she didn't take the advice of one Red Green to heart, and that's keep your stick on the ice. It happens, actually. These players are going at it, and sometimes equipment goes by the wayside. Another face-off win for Philadelphia. 50 seconds left in the power play. This is Shelby Shane. She's been trying to set up Thomas, who takes another shot. It's deflected. Pacific tries to clear it along the boards. Shane making a move. Gets bumped into the ice. Thomas up at the point. Now moves in. Again, shot deflected. Pacific finally gets a clearance. It will be fielded by Lauren Hernick, the Penn State commit. 23 seconds left in the power play. And as you know, no icing when you're shorthanded. Thomas. Is she going to go coast to coast? Looking that way. Around one defender. Can't get around a second. She'll try the wraparound. Actually, passes it back out. Pacific there for the intervention. And that will likely kill off the power play. So Pacific with a huge penalty kill as they return to full strength. That was a gutsy power play sequence. Thomas had several shots at the net, but Pacific getting that key clearance, and they escape with no damage. Thomas wins control. Off-speed shot. Rebound. Puck is still loose. Pacific knocks it away. Samantha Wu getting in there just in time. DeLewall. Checked by Ellery Johns. Rousseau trying to gather it and set up another Philadelphia attack. Ellery Johns retrieving the loose puck. Still scoreless as we approach 10 minutes remaining in the first period, but this game has tilted toward Philadelphia's direction. The Junior Flyers, several shots on goal. Pacific getting a couple, and they'll take a glancing blow at Hernick, I should say. When you have two goalies that have similar names, it can be a tongue twister, but we'll get it down before the weekend's out. Philadelphia on the move, shot, glove save. Hendricks couldn't glove it, though, properly on the attempt by Samantha Dobritsky. Another shot by Shane. Glove save, pad save, glove and pad, however you put it. Julianne Hendricks getting her money's worth so far. 9:21 left in the first period. I believe that actually was Dobrzinski, number 32 for Philadelphia. Face-off win by the Flyers. Shane trying to hook up with Ricobelli on the lead pass. Couldn't quite do so. This is Sophie Grant. Was looking for Tegan Flood. Couldn't find her. And here's DeLewall. She'll clear. And Pacific will change it up. Schooley under duress. And now the Junior Flyers will dump it. Hendricks will let it go for an icing call. Julianne Hendricks has been around this sport for a while, but she didn't discover hockey until her 4th grade year. And joined when she took advantage, and we're talking Canadian dollars here, as Philadelphia wins the faceoff, but dumps it into the other end again, so we'll have a do-over effectively. 8:38 left in the first. That'll give me a little more time. Well, this is a fitting song, Do It Again, because that's what we are going to do. That's my pop culture brain, folks. But Julianne Hendricks took advantage of a $99 registration fee incentive with Oceanside Minor Hockey Association. Again, that's Canadian dollars, Pacific, located in Vancouver. I don't know how that translates to American dollars, but I can tell you Ava Thomas is translating her game quite efficiently. She's got 4 or 5 shots on goal. And needless to say, she's not going to bring Philadelphia down with her. She wants to bring them up, like she did yesterday with 2 points, a goal and an assist. And now we got to do this again. Or as Drew Carey would say, do-over. Pacific winning the face-off. 8:15 left in the first. Let's see if they can get an attack set up. No, Montagano will dump it behind the boards. And Pacific will make a couple of changes along their line. Thomas corrals the puck. Intercepted. Kahlert sends it the opposite way, but nobody there to pick it up. Cameron Grimley to Jane Gamberg. Now the Flyers defense. Can't get it through. Steelers with a shot from deep. It was deflected by Grimley. Now she'll bring it up, bounce it along the boards, trying to track it down before it crosses the red line, and she does. So no icing there. As Philadelphia applying a little forecheck. Thomas shot, pad save. Second try, not quite on point. Samantha Dobrzinski couldn't quite get enough on it, but Thomas racking up shots on goal. Here she is again around a couple defenders. This one deflected into the glass. The way Thomas can move with the puck is mesmerizing to watch. And her ability to outrun the defense and get open space, that is a trait we don't often see in hockey. Typically, movement without the puck is one of the big traits, as Wayne Gretzky embodied for all those years. The man who changed the game to more of that open ice philosophy. But if you've got the speed and agility like Thomas does, sometimes you can create those openings just by outrunning your defense, and that is what Thomas has done. It hasn't produced a goal yet, but I think it's only a matter of time before number 11 in orange and black finds her way on the boards. Shane brings it up. Philadelphia looking to set up another attack. Steelers intervene. Now we've got a scramble. Pass up to Grant. She'll pass back behind to the slot. DeLewall and Grant caught up along the boards. Pacific gets to the puck. They will look to clear. DeLewall goes past center ice and dumps it along the boards. Offside was the call. That doesn't happen as often behind the net, but it's still offside. Where you've got the skater before the puck along the blue line. And don't you forget about that rule. Steelers have the puck and offside again. That's the more traditional offside. Back to neutral ice we go. 5:30 left in the first period. Philadelphia controlling the first period, but still no score. Puck poked out from behind. Now Philadelphia has it. They try to get across, and they do. This is Flood. She'll take the shot herself, save Hendricks. Julianne Hendricks with a masterful defensive output in this first period. That was a slow-moving icing call, almost as if time stood still there as we were waiting for the puck to glide all the way through. Down under, or I should say behind the red line. I don't know about you, but when I do an 8 a.m. hockey game, I feel like a Vegemite sandwich or feel like eating one. Flyers win the faceoff, but then the pass goes awry. It's going to go all the way back to the Philadelphia side, and they'll have to regroup. An errant pass and a potential missed opportunity for the Junior Flyers as Grimley regroups for another attack. Thomas lines up a slap shot, and it's off the post. Rebound, save Hendricks. Shane got in there. Thomas might be feeling like Susan Lucci. What do I got to do to get a goal? And that is an old school reference for you youngsters. You might want to look that one up if you're not entirely sure what I'm talking about. But Ava Thomas has had 5 or 6 shots altogether on goal, and that one clanking off the right post. Face-off in the Steelers zone. 4:18 left in the first. No goals, but a lot of action, especially on the Junior Flyers side, as we get a shot from deep in the slot. Sent away by Hendricks. Another pad save on the rebound as the puck is corralled by Ricobelli. She'll dump it behind. They try the centering pass for Thomas. Steelers with the deflection. And they send it into the Pacific bench, so we're going to have a face-off in the Pacific zone. Just one penalty so far, and that was on Bavneet Dhaliwal for tripping. 3:57 left in the first. Another face-off win for the Junior Flyers, but the pass from Johns intercepted by the Steelers. Now Pacific can make their move. Coming in, Philadelphia was the heavy favorite, and we still have 2 periods and change to go. But we're going to get a Philadelphia penalty. Connor spotted it, and I caught it as well on Ellery Johns for the hit. So, power play chance for Pacific. And that will be for checking. Ooh, incidental minors, coincidental. They're going to get a Pacific player as well. So, because they're offsetting, it will still be 5-on-5. So, roughing is the call. Coincidental minors, they offset, so no power play. We remain at even strength. I thought we were going to get a penalty. Instead, we stay 5-on-5. Johns was called for the body check, and then a roughing penalty was assessed to Pacific. Rookie Lee was the player who got called for roughing. So they'll serve their 2-minute penalty, and then they'll have to wait until the first whistle after that penalty expires. Shane, shot, save. No, it got by Hendricks. It sneaks in, and Philadelphia is on the board. 1-0, 2:44 left in the first period. Shelby Shane gets one through. Hendricks initially had the save, but couldn't make the catch. And the puck makes its way past that goal line. So Shelby Shane, if you had her on your bingo card as the first person to score, congratulations. A glove save for Hendricks after Flood took the shot following the Philadelphia face-off win. Officially, the penalties, if you're keeping track at home, Ellery Johns was called for elbowing, and then the roughing penalty. Pacific getting the face-off. They dump it behind the line. Puck corralled by Grimley, and she'll make her move. Cross-ice pass to Rico Belli. Gets away from her. That will allow Johnston to pick it up. Rousseau. Around a couple defenders. Tries to go cross-ice. Nobody there to get it. Well, there was someone there, but it was a young woman on the other team. Steelers will dump, change up the line. 1:48 left in the first. Flood. Pass intercepted. Rousseau has it before Pacific is able to turn that into a breakaway opportunity. Now they try to clear. DeLeewall will regather. And we'll see the front line come back out for Philadelphia as Thomas gets another shift. Philadelphia applying the check. Here comes Thomas. She's got some fresh legs. Fires. Pad save. The number of shots on goal she has on her own, astounding. Astronomical, it seems. But she has yet to break through. Philadelphia on the board, though, with the goal from Shelby Shane. 1 minute remaining in the first period. As you know, we'll resurface after the second period, so we'll have a 1 minute break and then regather for period number 2. Thomas, another shot, and another pad save by Hendricks. Shane for the right slot. Finds Thomas again. From short range, Hendricks will dive on it and freeze it with 44 seconds. And that is our first whistle since the penalty expired. So Lee And Johns can return, but we had another penalty for high sticking on Jane Gamberg, so the Steelers will get their first power play opportunity, and it will carry over into the second period, unless they can score here in 44 seconds. Gamberg again called for high sticking. Steelers win the faceoff and tap one over to Hernick. She's been quiet as of late. Hasn't had a whole lot of shots come her way. Pacific regathering. This is Aliong. Has to watch out for Thomas, though. Thomas trying to pounce on it and does. Shorthanded chance coming up. Shot save. And a freeze for Hendricks. When I saw Thomas lurking about the way a Lion does when he attempts that sneak attack on his prey, or she, Lioness, I can't be one to judge. But Thomas, she was ready. You got to keep an eye out on number 11 at all times. Pacific will let time expire in all likelihood. Nearly gave it up. And now they'll just dump it to end the first period. A first period controlled by Philadelphia. They lead 1-0. We'll take a 1-minute break and get ready for the second period. A reminder, we are with you all day long here at 3M Arena at Mariucci and at Ritter Arena. That's where you'll find Jason today. Mike Cook will be with us a little later here at 3M. He'll call the evening games. Connor and I with you for the morning games here at the University of Minnesota. Today, of course, is Hockey Day in Minnesota. So if you want to get your hockey fix, you've got plenty of chances to do so. It's also Winter Carnival Week in St. Paul, so lots of things to come and see and do. But we are glad you're spending your Saturday morning with us on the Junior Women's Hockey League YouTube channel. One goal, and that came from Shelby Shane. Officially, it came at 17-16 of the first period. Shelby Shane, the Penn State commit. She'll be joining the Nittany Lions next year. Stands 5'4", but according to the scouting report, Shane, an offensive defense woman. 43 points in 64 games last year with the Philadelphia Junior Flyers 19U program. She'll join them next year, but Shelby Shane, one to keep an eye on. Officially 45 points for Shelby Shane. Just 3 points so far in the 25-26 season, although they don't have a ton of games logged. But she really stepped up her production between the 23-24 and 24-25 season. She had just 15 points a year ago, which isn't bad, but was more of a facilitator, always has been, though. Last season is when she really stepped up her goal production, but 26 assists as well. So Shane can set up her teammates, and as we saw, she can also knock in some goals herself. Back to action here as we start the second period, and there's still about a minute left in the Steelers' power play on the high-sticking call by Gamberg. But so far, it seems like Philadelphia is the one that has been on a power play, with Thomas getting the takeaway in the Pacific zone and getting another shot. Thomas, she has been waiting to pounce all game long. Each team will play 2 games today, and then all 8 league teams will play 1 game tomorrow morning. Shattuck St. Mary's playing their second and final day of exhibition activity Again, a guest team to fill out the roster spots. Not uncommon with these tournaments. Shot for Pacific. And a save by Hernick. That was Rookie Lee, who scored a goal yesterday, hoping to provide the Steelers with a good thing or two, as we'll scoot to the Pacific zone for a faceoff. I could do this all day, folks. By the time we're done, you're going to be wearing out Google with all of the searches. Steelers win the faceoff. Johnston setting up her teammate along the left slot. That was Jessica Bride, who picked up a couple of points yesterday in the win. But nothing there, and Philadelphia will kill off the power play. So both teams have had one power play opportunity. Neither team has converted. Still early in the second period. Overall, though, you have to give a tip of the hat to Hendricks of Pacific for warding off all those shots from Thomas. Here come the Junior Flyers again. Flood. And that pass get away from her. I thought going in that Philadelphia was going to be in prime position to win this one big, and they still could, but the goaltending work of Hendricks keeping this one within reach so far. However, Pacific being highly outclassed in terms of shots on goal. Hernick will freeze it. Not take any chances. We'll have a face-off in the Junior Flyer zone. As Hendricks will shake off some rust. You'll see goalies do that during a face-off on the other side to keep themselves limber, ready to go. You don't want them to stiffen up. If you just joined us, Shelby Shane with our lone goal so far, getting a slap shot and eking it through Hendricks, who made the play, but couldn't glove the puck, and it squirted behind her into the net. Flyers able to get it to the other end. Oh, a centering pass. Evie McGonigal mistimed it. She was right in front of the net, too. That would have been a perfect setup opportunity, but lots of chances left. This Junior Flyers team, third in the league in points. Looking to get three big ones. We'll have a line change for the Junior Flyers. Here come the front line again. Here comes the front line, I should say. Grammar's important. A couple of players get tangled up, but we play on. Steelers trying to get in there for the interception. Ellery Johns trying to bounce it along the board. Johnston picking up the puck. Gamberg to Thomas. That goes around the boards. It looked like Thomas wanted to get another shot. Here comes one from the slot. Taken away. Ho-Kang, who scored a goal yesterday, sent it down ice, but was not across the center line. You know what that means. 16:10 left in the second period. 1-0. Junior Flyers looking to bounce back after losing a tough one, 6-2. They gave up 3 goals early and then got a couple later on, including that breakaway from Thomas, although it came in what we call stat padding time. 6-2 was the final. Stansted scoring a big win as they try to move up the standings. And that puck deflected off the official. And there's not much the officials can do. They're in the field of play. And so they are part of the playing surface. So if a puck goes off of them, it's still free to grab as Pacific has a shot deflected. Thomas picking it up. Let's see, 1-on-2. This might be a tough ask. Goes right. Had that one deflected. Made the most out of what she had. Again, 1-on-2 is a tough assignment no matter how skilled and how elusive you are. Thomas will take a breather as she returns to the bench. She has been one of the storylines of this game, even though she doesn't have a goal in her name. She has led the Philadelphia Junior Flyers attack, as she typically does. They try to set up Flood on the one-timer from the left slot. Shot sent away, Schooley. Along the near side. That one deflected by Hendricks. The performance of Hendricks so far feels like those pitchers' duels where you've got a great pitcher who maybe holds the opponent to one run, but you hear this a lot. If you can't get the run support, or in this case, goal support, it can be really tough to measure as we've got a foot race to the puck. Hendricks gets there first as Taken Flood takes a spill. .14:10 left in the second. And we've got another penalty coming up. It will be on Philadelphia. Rico Belli for tripping. If you just joined us, Connor, our camera guy, he makes me sound a whole lot smarter than I actually am. No. When you have these tournaments, the camera ops do work as spotters. So when you hear folks like Jason, Connor, and the others on the mic, folks like myself who run the camera, we're watching the field to play. Because it's hard to keep an eye on 200 feet. So the second power play opportunity for Pacific. Couldn't convert the first time. Dobrzinski on the move up. Had it taken away by the Steelers. DeLewall, cross ice. Over to Samantha Wu. Passes behind. Shot saved by Hernick. DeLewall from the point. Fakes. Moves in. Fires. Deflected. Couple of blocks on the part of Hernick. Balasescu. Cross ice to DeLewall. Shot goes behind the board, but the rebound. Oh, Wu had a chance. Couldn't get enough of her stick on it. The right side of the net was open. Wu nearly dumped it in for the equalizer. They'll have to try again. Less than a minute in the power play. DeWeewell shot deflected. Junior Flyers looking for a clearance. Haven't been able to get one yet. As DeLewall slowly glides around. Lee from the point. Shot wide left. There to pick it up is Aliong. Cross ice to DeLewall from the right slot. Oh, tried the cross ice to Lee. She had open ice. Picks it up. Gets behind her, though. DeLewall there to recover. 25 seconds left in the power play. There's a deflection by Thomas. Thomas sprinting for the puck. She wants more than a clearance. She wants a shorthanded opportunity if she can get one. Doesn't look like it, but this should allow Philadelphia to kill off the power play. And Thomas will do just that. Look at her move with that puck. It looks like she's running laps around Pacific. And she will make sure she runs out the power play. So Pacific 0 for 2. Some great stick handling and quickness on the part of Ava Thomas. Again, no goals, but we are seeing Ava's attributes on full display. And even though it doesn't get entered into the standings per se, those who are charting her shift time as Pacific dumps it for icing. Face-off coming up in the Pacific zone. 11:36 left in the second. My first time seeing Thomas, and I'm impressed. The only thing she hasn't done is pick up a point. Going to Boston College. Pacific winning the faceoff. But Philadelphia applying the forecheck. This is Flood. Doesn't have open ice, so she will reset. Out to the slot. Lead pass. Oh, almost got to Hirsch with a great chance. Now we're behind the board. Puck will bounce over to Hendricks, and she'll put a stop to that. 11:05 left in the second. This is reminiscent of, well, hockey games or soccer games where one team is dominating on offense. It just isn't showing on the scoreboard. Philadelphia still leads 1-0 on the ricochet of sorts by Shane. But Thomas unable to penetrate, unable to punch one through. She'll get a chance here. No, she tried to go back door, play for the puck. Lots of traffic. Deflection by Johns. And we'll have a face-off at neutral ice with 10:40 left in the second period. Philadelphia 8-4-1, Pacific 2-7-0. Again, we play with regular season rules. This is a regular season weekend event, so no overtime. If we were to end in a tie, it will go down as such in the standings. Not unlike your high school, college, or NHL game. Well, NHL has the shootout, but you know what I'm talking about. Same with PWHL. You still pick up a point if you can get to overtime, but we don't have a shootout here. Pacific looking to line up another attack to Leewall. Streaking down the rink. Dumps it around the board. Balasescu. Inside the right face-off circle. That pass gets away. But Hendricks opts to field it, so no icing called. Knox wanted to find Thomas and let her zoom down the rink again. Here comes Flood. You've got Thomas along the left side, was calling for it. Flood goes around the fence. Schooley tries to go around the board and does. Ricobelli bouncing it off the board. A lot of passing for the Junior Flyers. Shane behind to Thomas. Goes up the middle. Pinched off by the double team. Off speed. Shot, rebound. Second try high. Flood was right there and sent that one a little too far up in elevation. Thomas had that one knocked away. Flood fires. Deflected into the netting. 8:35 left in the second. Live coverage all game long, all day long too, on the Junior Women's Hockey League YouTube channel. We have individual streams for each game, so our next game, which will feature Naha and Mount, will have its own link. Philadelphia winning the faceoff. We call it Naha for short. Philadelphia, no shortage of scoring chances. They have been living up to their nickname. Philadelphia on the move again. There is an odd woman opportunity, and Shelby Shane knocks in her second goal of the day. That was a beautiful transition execution. Shelby Shane, 2 goals on the day. And apparently everything I thought I knew about today's scouting report goes out the window, but we did highlight Shelby Shane having offensive capabilities for a defender. 45 points last year. She's got 2 points today. Sophie Grant on the assist. 2 goals for Shelby Shane. And a face-off win for the Junior Flyers. Cross-ice pass. Over to Johns. Puck goes into the bench. So we'll have a do-over. Junior Flyers, particularly Shelby Shane, hungry like the wolf. And she has led her pack to a 2-0 lead. 7:31 left in the second. Face-off win for Philadelphia. Dobrzinski tried to glove it, but the puck just outside her reach. And this game, speaking to the virtues, as we have an icing call against the Steelers, of having multiple options. Ava Thomas, again, came in as the player to watch, but Shelby Shane, no slouch herself. That stat line of hers is going to be a little healthier after the end of this game. Of course, Philadelphia will play later today. And tomorrow, all 8 teams will be in action. Just one game tomorrow morning before they make the trip home. .650 left in the second. Philadelphia with a 2-0 lead over Pacific. Both goals from Shelby Shane as we have a stoppage in play. And that will be for slashing. Another penalty on Philadelphia. And this one will be assessed to Rosalie Forrester. And it's a coincidental minor. Balosescu also tagged. So slashing is the penalty. So we'll stay 5-on-5. Again, coincidental penalties offset. Second time today we've had coincidental minors. We're at the Philadelphia zone, and a scrum for the puck. The Pacific penalty was on Zoe Kivas for interference. So again, we made an even strength. David Thomas broken up. Still comes up with it, though, and that will allow Philadelphia to retain an attacking opportunity as Thomas is running laps around Pacific again, tries to pass back out, but lots of white jerseys there. Loose puck. Thomas, one of the fastest players I've seen today. Steelers looking for a breakaway chance. Schooley with a breakup, and she'll regather behind the Philadelphia red line. Lee, shot, glove save for Hernick. Lauren Hernick, a 2025 class member. 5:15 left in the second. Flood. Over to Schooley. Philadelphia working the boards as they try to compose another attack. And this could lead to a breakaway chance. Here comes Sophie Rousseau streaking down, and she'll get there before Zoe has a chance to put one through. Once again, speed working in favor of the Junior Flyers. So he had a lot of open ice. Philadelphia attempting a centering pass, but it gets away from its target in Grant. Pacific looking for the dump. Now the Junior Flyers had numbers, but the pass went off the stick of Grimley, and Hendricks will freeze it with 4:08 left in the second. NAHA and Mount to follow at approximately 10 o'clock. 4:08 left in the second. Another penalty. I should say another period controlled by Philadelphia. We've had a lot of penalties here. But the coincidental minors have expired, so everyone available again. Philadelphia trying to win that scrum for the puck. Instead, it's Pacific, but we've seen Philadelphia outrun them throughout this game. Grimley, shot deflected, rebound, and a stoppage in play. Face-off in the Pacific Steelers zone. 3:50 left in the second. Flyers with the face-off win. Grimley looking for McGonigal. Behind the net it goes. Puck gets away. Junior Flyers will regroup. .310 left in the second. As Philadelphia regathered behind the net. Looking to move up ice once more. This has been their game. They lead 2-0 on 2 goals from Shelby Shane. One that snuck through Hendricks and another in transition when Philadelphia had numbers. Shelby Shane, a quiet season so far. Thomas receives the pass, one-on-one, but the shot deflected by Alliong. Philadelphia retaining their attacking chance. Another one deflected. Pacific discovering how hard it is to cover someone like Thomas. She had several shots on goal, particularly in the first period. She has yet to break through, but Shelby Shane has twice. Everyone digging for that puck in the near corner. It's won by Philadelphia. Those scrums, always crucial. Cross-ice pass, or maybe a shot from a harsh angle. No one there to pick it up. 1:55 left in the second. Thomas backs up. She'll wait for her teammates to get set and now make her move. But Wu is there to break it up. Thomas able to find help in the form of Gamberg. Gamberg behind to Thomas. Shot, save, Hendricks. Ava's had how many shots, Connor? He's thinking 10. That sounds about right. Or looks right. 1:31 left in the second. Flyers have been winning the majority of faceoffs as well, and you know how well that goes, how that can play into possession time, attack zone time, all of it. A Couple of quick passes. Thomas passing behind. Now Rousseau picking up near the left slot. This game has been controlled by the Junior Flyers since the start. Under a minute to go in the second. DeLewall moves it down to the Philadelphia zone. Cross ice pass for Lee. Gets away from her stick. DeLewall tried to set up another teammate on the centering pass. Pacific would love to get one back and pick up some momentum heading into the third when we'll get our resurfacing break. 30 seconds now. It's Thomas, one-on-one. Gets around her defender, but can't put it through. Almost got around her. Ali Young was able to sneak in just in time, but a penalty is called for holding. That might have been why Ali Young was able to get the stop on Thomas. But the penalty will go on Pacific in the process. You see this sometimes. The football equivalent usually taking something like a horse collar to stop a touchdown run. Ali Young conceding a holding penalty in a power play to stop Thomas from an uncontested look. But that is going to put the Junior Flyers on the power play heading into the third as we have 15 seconds left in the second period. Holding was the call. And Philadelphia doesn't look like they'll get one. Nope, that pass gets away. And that will bring us to the end of the second period. So Philadelphia will have 1 minute and 40 seconds left of power play time on the holding call from Ali Young. Ava Thomas getting plenty of shot opportunities, but it's Shelby Shane, the headline player so far. She has both goals for Philadelphia. They lead 2-0. We'll be back in about 15 minutes because it's time to resurface the ice. And then we'll have period 3 as we continue live coverage of the JWHL Minneapolis weekend on the JWHL YouTube channel.
I told you she was tough. And she did. She took that hold, literally just not give up. Not give up the fast break chains, but
No, when
you got to do it.
No, when I saw the penalty, it's like, okay, that's why she was able to stop.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, okay, when you explained it, I don't know if it picks up your voice, but when you're like, oh yeah, it is kind of like in football where you take a penalty to stop a touchdown.
Yeah. You'd rather do that than
give
up a breakaway.
Right, because
odd man rush.
Right, take the penalty and take the penalty and then let your penalty kill take care of the rest if you can.
Right.
No, that made perfect sense.
Yeah, no. Thomas girl's tough.
Because
sure.
Because unlike basketball or handball, as I learned, you can take as many penalties as you want as long as it's not a...
As long as in USA, so in the stuff that's sanctioned by USA Hockey, like at the youth level, right? If you take a dozen penalties, your coach gets thrown out. Because then it's basically seen...
for a team? Or...
Oh, yeah, for a team.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you get a dozen penalties in one game on your team, then it's basically seen as your coach is encouraging that, right?
That makes sense.
And
well,
so
I've never seen a team take a dozen penalties.
Oh, I have.
But I'm just like, well, you don't have, like, individual players, as I understand, that don't have a limit. We will start the third period in just a short while here at 3M Arena at Mariucci. Mike Beaton with you. Connor on camera. We'll switch roles for our next game, but we've got 20 more minutes left of this one. Philadelphia and Pacific. We still have 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the holding penalty. They actually called Alliang for hooking. I thought it was holding. Either way, it's a 2-minute penalty. We saw the holding signal, but it is an ultimately minor difference. Get it? Minor penalty? Minor? I'll show myself out again. 2-0 the score. More importantly, the woman of the day has been Shelby Shane, the offensive defensewoman. She has both goals, scored a transition goal in the second period. Coming at 7:58 remaining, so it officially goes down as such. And on the power play, we get another shot. This has been the story all game long. Philadelphia controlling possession, controlling attack zone time. Here's Thomas, shot deflected by Hendricks. Julianne has done an incredible job warding off Thomas, but still has given up a pair of goals to Shelby Shane. There is Shane at the point, finds Thomas along the right slot, lines up another one into traffic. Pacific trying to get in there for the clearance. 53 seconds left in the power play. Pacific with a couple of touches. Shane has to backpedal. Cross-ice pass to Grimley. Makes her move. Thomas, shot. Deflected. Thomas trying to bounce it around. Thomas again. Wide right. That woman has done just about everything, it seems. Still no goals. Thomas, cross-ice pass. That was a great play for Philadelphia to get an open lane, but another fantastic piece of goaltending by Hendricks as we have about 10 seconds left in the power play. Thomas again off speed. It glides wide left. Grimley picks it up, and that will do it for the power play in all likelihood. Shane will back off, and we'll return to full strength. Shane goes around. Centering pass. Shot. Deflects back out, and Pacific pokes it away before Philadelphia can knock it in. Puck is still loose, and a push from behind as it fell just in front of Hendricks, right around the point where Balancescu and Lauren Ricabelli were. Thomas shot. Hendricks with another save. Both teams now 0 for 2 in the power play, but it's Philadelphia with a 2-0 lead. NAHA and Mount will follow, and that game will start shortly after 10 o'clock here at 3M Arena at Mariucci, and then we'll have a little bit of a break here before a pair of evening games at 4 and 6 o'clock. That one goes off the face mask, and that is why goalies wear the protective coverings. Last thing you want is a puck to the face, and the position players also have that as well. Right now, Pacific trying to swarm the net. Hernick, a quiet day for her compared to Hendricks, who has been rebuffing every shot from Thomas. Again, Shane with the pair of goals. Montagano can't play the puck, and instead it will get poked behind the bench. And McLeod will pick it up. That's to take her glove off. .17-13 left in the third period. 2-0 Philadelphia looking to pick up their first win of the Minneapolis weekend and get 3 big ones. Shot, deflected, bounces right. Puck goes around. Pacific clears, but it's going to bounce into Philadelphia territory end up as icing. We'll go back to the Pacific Steelers zone for the faceoff. All things considered, I think Pacific, I don't know if you have much belief in moral victories, but they have fared well. Shane, shot from the slot. Rebound was up for grabs. Knocked away by Philadelphia. It will slowly glide. But the Flyers will pick it up before it crosses the red line, so no icing there. We'll get some fresh legs in. Philadelphia trying to change it up, but they were in a dangerous spot. Balancescu, I thought she was going to be able to punch it, but didn't quite have the speed. So both teams able to change up their lines. Rigobelli with the takeaway. Fires. Save. Hendricks. This is one of those performances where she may go down as a star of the game, but it won't show up as a win on her tally because of the pair of goals by Shane. I thought Philadelphia was going to come out flying. And while they do have a 2-0 lead, Philadelphia's made them work for it as Thomas takes one from the point. Knocked away again by Hendricks. Thomas regathers. Ava getting all kinds of opportunities. Still has yet to score. Came in with 40 points, 27 goals. But it's Shelby Shane who hasn't been as productive as last year when she had 45 points. Has two big ones, though, with the 2 goals. Steelers tried to get an odd woman opportunity going. Philadelphia racing in there before Rookie Lee could do so. Pass getting away from Thomas. That might have been more of a dump just to change up the line for Philadelphia. Loose puck. Pacific has it. They'll regather. They get the pass just behind the blue line. 91, though, obstructed. Cross-ice pass. Thomas bounces it off the board. Now they will try to center it. Thomas scoops it up. That was a shot through tight space. It goes wide right. Rousseau. Another block for Hendricks. She has been using every part of her goalie equipment in this one. And the Steelers take an icing call with 14 minutes left in the third. Now the puck wedged along the boards. We've got 4 or 5 players all battling for it. And that's one of those opportunities where if you can get possession on it, you're in really good shape when all of those players are in the vicinity. Philadelphia, I thought Gamberg was going to get there, and instead it goes to the Pacific Steelers side. Montagano crashes into the net. Steelers nearly punch one in. We'll have a face-off in the Philadelphia zone once we get the net back on its moorings. That's the first time I've seen the net dislodged all weekend. It happens from time to time at the high school level, but it can happen here too. Philadelphia with the takeaway. 3-on-1. This could be dangerous. Oh, the puck gets away. There was a reach by Johnston, and it was just enough to knock McGonigal off her moorings. Proverbially speaking, of course. So no transition chance, but it's still Philadelphia in the attack zone. Aliong took that holding call to stop a potential Thomas score. She's got the puck now. Johnston backpedaling. Pacific trying to dump it forward. Instead, it's another, I was going to say another transition chance for Philadelphia, but Grimley couldn't get the pass in cleanly. Now behind the net we go. Or I should say behind the line. 11:50 left in the third period. Philadelphia leads 2-0. A win here would put them at 9-4-1 in league play. Centering pass got away from Flood. Grant has it. Shane, the future Nittany Lion, to Grant. Pass a bit soft. And Pacific able to knock it away. This is Ellery Johns. A lot of college commits on the Philadelphia Junior Flyers roster as they gather for another attack. That shot deflected by Balasescu. We've mentioned Gamber going to SUNY Potsdam. Dobrzinski, she's seen some ice time today. She'll play at Utica. Schooley going to Delaware. Rousseau, Quinnipiac. Ricabelli, SUNY Oswego. If you just joined us, Philadelphia leads 2-0. 10:30 left in the third. Both teams with 2 power plays, neither converted. Here comes Thomas back out on the ice. Doesn't have a lane. Tried the centering pass for Forrester. That didn't work out. Thomas has it, but deep near the boards. Not a clean shot on the part of Rousseau. And Philadelphia not able to do much with that attack. $9:50 left in the third. Wu making a play for it. Shot deflected, goes behind the Philadelphia net. Pacific would love to get a goal here and make Philadelphia think about it. Coming in, I thought this would be a Philadelphia runaway win. Pacific just 2 wins on the year and not much in the way of goals. Only 9 this season, going up against a club that has a goal-scoring machine in Ava Thomas. There she is with open ice. Here she comes. That goes off the post. Well, the post doesn't get credit for saves, but it has been a helpful hand, proverbially speaking, for Hendricks. That post has been a thorn for Thomas and a boon for Hendricks. We stay at 2-0. Philadelphia, though, still in front. Pacific with a chance. That shot goes wide left. 91 with a one-on-one look. 8:18 left in the third. A quick-moving third period so far. Not a lot of stoppages and no penalties as of yet in this period. Connor is coaching these players a bit from the booth. I'm sure they can hear us. Move your feet is what he said, and that's what you got to do. Try to give yourself that positioning and let momentum carry you to that puck whenever it's wedged along the boards like that. Like we said, in those situations, as Philadelphia dumps it for a line change, the pass got away from Kahlert. That could have been a transition chance for Pacific. Instead, Philadelphia regains control, takes a shot from the slot. It's deflected. Puck is up for grabs. Rebound eventually finds its way to Kahlert, but nobody there to pick it up. And Pacific will bounce it along the boards. It will run around and end up as icing. 7:14 left in the third. NAHA and Mount will follow here at 3M Arena at Mariucci. Connor will take over. I have a hockey game I have to do later today at Polar Arena, so I'm going to save my voice for that one. Don't worry, I could call hockey all day, but when you've got a fellow announcing talent, you share the wealth. As Philadelphia has done, well, Shelby Shane has indulged in the goal-scoring wealth today. A pair of them. Oh, puck got loose. Hendricks able to get there before Ricobelli recognized it. Another close call. .6:49 left in the third. Junior Flyers now wrestling for control. We've got 5 players along the near boards. And Philadelphia able to squeeze it out and come up with a Johns from deep. That went off the stick of Gamberg. Thomas tried the dump. Nearly worked out. John's shot deflected. Behind the net it goes into the boards. Now back out. Rousseau from deep. Wide right. Johns will play it off the board. Or attempt to. No. Pacific able to get a stick on it and make Thomas regroup. Barreling down ice. Cut off. Able to get a shot away, but that last second intervention by Pacific may have taken away a primary shooting lane, and Thomas getting a brief consolation from Gamberg. I laugh because for Thomas, again, this feels like a Susan Lucci moment. She has had at least a dozen scoring opportunities, if not more. There was a penalty in the process. While I was fixated on that play by Thomas. So a Philadelphia power play, their third. Thomas, cut off, shot deflected. Hendricks on it. But it was close. The penalty was on Kate Johnston. .5:31 left in the third. And still plenty of time in the power play. Shane to Grimley. Grimley from the point. Pad save by Hendricks. Pacific gets the clearance. And as you know, no icing when you're shorthanded. The Johnston penalty was for hooking. Again, I didn't catch it because I was keeping an eye on Thomas. Thomas had that one deflected. We'll have a face-off in the Pacific zone. 1:11 left on the power play. The third for Philadelphia. Neither side has converted a power play goal. Shane. Grimley, now Shane again at the point. Glides over to the right side. Thomas through the first hole. Around 3 defenders. Was trying to hand it off. Gets it again. Shot just outside into the boards. Hendricks had recovered in time. It would have been a tough look for Thomas either way. But she gathers again. Takes another one. That goes around the boards. Corralled by Grimley before it can sneak away. 33 seconds left in the power play. Shane. Goes around Pacific. Able to get enough of a clearance. 20 seconds left in the power play. It's enough for Pacific to change their line. Grimley trying to pounce on it, but Philadelphia won't get there. Takes another shot. This one a wrister and gloved by Hendricks with 9 seconds left in the power play. 3:52 left in the third. Again, we'll start our next game a few minutes after 10 because we do resurface the ice between games. And then NAHA and Mount will take the ice here at 3M Arena at Mariucci. Johns, shot deflected. And the penalty expires. Philadelphia 0 for 3, but they still have a 2-0 lead on the pair of goals from Shane. Johns, shot deflected. Hendricks was ready for Thomas today, but she has had difficulty fending off the other players as Sophie Rousseau goes top shelf where they keep the Thin Mints and gobbles up another goal for Philadelphia. This one, more of a window dressing, but Rousseau will take it with 3:23 left in the third. Sophia Rousseau off the feed from McGonigal. And judging by the numbers, that will be the first goal of the club season for Rousseau. Now, I don't think Hendricks concentrated on Thomas at the expense of everyone else, but it does highlight the virtue of Philadelphia's supporting cast. As Pacific tries to get one toward the net, can't do so. Less than 3 minutes to go. Now, this will be a convincing win for Philadelphia, even though Ava Thomas wasn't able to put one into the net. A pair of goals from Shane. Sophia Rousseau adding one, and it's been the rest of the cast, the crew. For Philadelphia, speaking volumes. There's Thomas. Will catch up to the puck. It's going to be too far behind for her to do anything with it. She'll dump it along the boards to give Philadelphia a chance to change it up. Thomas played a solid game today, pacing the attack for Philadelphia, even if she doesn't end up with any points today. She will get plenty of chances in the remainder of the club season. Boston College is going to get a great playmaker. And so will Penn State with Shelby Shane. Again, a defensewoman who can create offense is always a welcome trait. And Rousseau, the Quinnipiac commit, another defensewoman. So I guess the key to a great offense is a great defense. But no, you never know when you'll need those goals from the defenders. I know we pay a lot of attention to the forwards like Thomas, but it's helpful to have offensive defensewomen. As Thomas circles around, approaching a minute to play, 1:10 to be precise. Thomas, shot, save Hendricks. If only Hendricks had to stop Thomas all day. But this will be, again, a solid win for Philadelphia. A good bounce back after the 6-2 loss to Stansted. But Philadelphia, they'd like to get another one. Again, you'll play until the horn sounds. You never know who might be watching, especially if you're an uncommitted prospect on these club teams. And Philadelphia has a few of them. That doesn't mean they don't have college offers. They just haven't settled on one yet. You never know who's watching. As Pacific dumps it, Pacific just couldn't get their offense established in consistent bursts today as Thomas gets through one defender. Can't get through to Leewall. Had to take a tough shot there. And with 20 seconds left, that might be the last offensive action we see out of Philadelphia as Pacific knocks it away. Still a wire-to-wire win for Philadelphia. It took them a little while to punch through, but Shelby Shane with a pair of goals, and Sophie Rousseau going top shelf. For good measure, 3-0 the final. Philadelphia picks up 3 big ones as they go to 9-4-1. They'll play later today and this weekend. So will Pacific, so this is not the last time you will see these two. Player of the game, you got to give a tip to Shelby Shane with her pair of goals. Sophie Rousseau scoring as well for Philadelphia. And Hendricks, some great goaltending work, especially against Thomas. Just didn't have enough for the rest of the crew. So the teams will do the customary handshake. Then we'll resurface the ice and come back in about 15, 20 minutes or so for NAHA and Mount. If you want to catch that game, go to the corresponding link on the YouTube channel for Junior Women's Hockey League action. Again, each game has its own unique link. So Connor will be on the mic, and we'll see you soon as we continue live coverage of the JWHL Minneapolis weekend live on the JWHL YouTube channel.